Hey everyone, welcome to 59 Tops Friday presented by Wax Pack Wisdom, where we talk baseball history through the cards we love. My name is Jake T. O'Donnell. We built the iconic 1959 Topps baseball set, and in this series, we're going through every card to talk about the players, teams, and people who made up Major League Baseball in 1959. Today, we'll cover cards 134 through 141 in the set. Card number 134 belongs to Jim McDaniel of the Pittsburgh Pirates. McDaniel started his professional career in 1950 and played 14 minor league seasons as an outfielder in the Indians, Cubs, Braves, Pirates, Tigers, and Astros systems. He hit over 30 home runs in each of the 1957, 58, and 59 seasons in the minors. McDaniel couldn't crack the Pirates outfield with the likes of Roberto Clemente and Bill Virdon there, so he moved on to the Tigers system for 1960. In total, McDaniel hit 237 career minor league home runs, but he also had significant issues with strikeouts, and he never appeared in an MLB game. Card number 135 belongs to Gene Oliver of the St. Louis Cardinals. Oliver hit the ground running after the Cardinals signed him out of Northwestern, smashing 39 homers and hitting .330 in his first minor league season in 1956. He hit 30 the next year and eventually made his Cardinals debut in 1959. He made it back to the Redbirds in 1961, the same year he hit 36 homers in AAA. The following year, Oliver got playing time at catcher for St. Louis, and in June he was traded to the Braves. He had his best MLB season there in 1965 when he hit 21 homers and batted .270. Oliver also played for the Phillies, Red Sox, and Cubs in a 10-year career. He then spent a decade coaching in the Cubs and Phillies systems. Card number 136 belongs to Jimo Otou of the Cincinnati Redlegs. Since he signed O'Toole out of the University of Wisconsin, and while he debuted for the big league team the same year he was signed in 1958, he did not make a real impact in MLB until 1960. The following year, O'Toole was a critical arm for the 1961 National League pennant-winning Reds squad. He had a 3.10 ERA in 252 and two-thirds innings with 11 complete games. O'Toole finished 10th in NL MVP voting in 1961 and pitched admirably in the World Series, although he took 2 losses despite compiling a 3 ERA in 12 innings. O'Toole was an NL All-Star in 1963 when he won 17 games and had a 2.288 ERA in 234 and a third innings. After a strong year in 1964, he began to struggle, and he finished his career in 1967 with the White Sox. O'Toole settled in Cincinnati, where he sold real estate and had 11 children and 34 grandchildren. Card number 137 belongs to Dick Ricketts of the St. Louis Cardinals. Ricketts, at 6'7", was a two-sport star out of Pittsburgh's Duquesne University. Not only was he signed to a professional contract by the Cardinals to pitch in 1955, he was the number 1 overall pick in the NBA draft of the St. Louis Hawks as well. Ricketts played for the Hawks and the Rochester Royals in the NBA, and also played for that franchise after they moved to Cincinnati, averaging 9 points and 6 rebounds a game in a 4-year career. After the 1957-58 season, Ricketts quit hoops to focus on pitching full-time. He won 15 games in AAA in 1958 with a 3.30 ERA in 221 innings. 1959 was the only year he pitched in the majors, appearing in 12 games with a 5.82 ERA. Ricketts pitched in the minors through 1964 before retiring. He is one of just 14 athletes to play in both Major League Baseball and the NBA. Card number 138 belongs to John Romano of the Chicago White Sox. An outstanding minor league slugger who once hit 38 homers in a Class D season, Romano broke in with the White Sox in 1958 and appeared in 53 games during the pennant-winning 1959 season. Chicago was deep at catcher, so after that season, Romano was part of a trade that also sent Norm Cash to Cleveland for Minnie Minoso. In Cleveland, Romano had a chance to excel, and he was an all-star for the Tribe in 1961 and 1962, hitting over 20 homers both years. Injuries started taking their toll, and Romano wound up going back to the White Sox in a trade in 1965, and wrapped up his career with the Cardinals in 1967, although he did not appear in the World Series. Romano was listed as one of the 100 best Indians in team history upon their centennial in 2001. Card number 139 belongs to Ed Sadowski of the Boston Red Sox. Sadowski was signed ahead of the 1951 season and made a big impression as a catcher his first year in the minors, smacking 18 homers and batting .308. But his progression through the minors was slowed due to injuries and 2 years served in the military. By 1959, he was already 28 years old and had not made it to the majors. His career seemingly was stalled out in AAA. Sadowski finally made it to the Red Sox in 1960 for 38 games, and he was taken by the Angels in the expansion draft that winter. He appeared in parts of the next 3 seasons as a backup for the Angels. He retired after a brief stint with the Braves in 1965. Sadowski coached for a few years in the minors and then worked as a physical education teacher in the Orange County, California area. Card number 140 belongs to Charlie Sechrist of the Kansas City Athletics. Nicknamed Buckwheat, Sechrist played 10 years in the minors but never made an MLB appearance. He put up strong numbers when he played, including a .307 average with Seminole in 1955 and a .313 average the next year between Seminole and Pocatello. His best year was 1958 when he hit 21 homers with 99 RBI and a .281 average for AA Little Rock. Sechrist's chances of playing in Major League Baseball were likely hurt by the fact that ahead of the 1961 season, he refused an assignment to the AAA Hawaii Islanders, and he was demoted to AA instead. Following his playing career, Sechrist spent many years as a crane operator. Card number 141 belongs to Joe Shipley of the San Francisco Giants. Shipley debuted in the Giants system as a teenager in 1954, but was never particularly consistent until he moved to a more regular bullpen role in 1958. That year, he had a 2.45 ERA in 42 games, 38 out of the bullpen, for the Giants' AAA affiliate in Phoenix. Shipley made his MLB debut that year too, appearing in 1 game in July. Shipley was an up-and-down arm the next 2 years for the Giants as well. From 1961 through 1965, Shipley bounced around several MLB organizations, including Kansas City, Cleveland, St. Louis, the Chicago White Sox, and the Angels, only appearing in MLB briefly for the Pale Hose in 1963. In total, Shipley threw 44 MLB innings with a 5.93 ERA. He was the head baseball coach at East Tennessee State University from 1966 through 1977. As of this recording, Joe Shipley is 88 years old and will turn 89 in May of 2024. That's going to do it for this edition of 59 Tops Friday on Wax Pack Wisdom. Do you have a story about one of the people, players, or teams we discussed today? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our Wax Pack Wisdom content. In the video description, you will find our source material for this episode, links to where you can follow us on all social media channels, as well as a list of our favorite nonprofits and charities. Please consider a donation to one of them if you enjoyed this content. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on Wax Pack Wisdom. Take care.